If you're going to watch a costume drama led by actress Meng where the female lead dies and is reborn, and the drama also has the word blossom in its name, just go and watch Blossom or 九重子 instead of this drama, Blossoms of Power or 百花杀. Welcome back to Chasing Dramas. My name is Karen, here with my review of Blossoms of Power or 百花杀. This is a rebirth 大女主 or dominant female lead costume drama starring actress Meng Ziyi and actor He Yu in the main lead roles. I'm giving you this review after watching 20 episodes or so, and I have not read the book, so this review is entirely based off of what I saw on screen. A quick numbers context before we dive in. This drama topped the charts in China for the middle of July in terms of daily views per episode, if we look at Yunhe metrics. This drama also did breach 28,000 on Tencent's popularity index, but that does not mean it was necessarily a big hit in China. This summer has been unusually weak for Chinese dramas for a summer season, and so this was the best drama in a comparatively weak field. It's decent, but is not a genuine hit. Let's talk about why that might be. Here is the plot. Zhaoning County Princess Shen Xihe featuring Meng Ziyi is ambushed and killed on her way to the capital, where she is to be married. However, she is revived and wakes up in her own body, but now carrying the memories of Gu Qingzhi, the deceased wife of the Prince of Xin, who died 3 years ago. Now, with memories of both women, Shen Xihe arrives at the capital, using her upcoming betrothal as a political weapon to seize control of her own fate rather than be a pawn. She crosses paths with the frail but cunning crown prince Xiao Huayong featuring He Yu, who was poisoned as a child. The two form an alliance, unraveling each other's secrets as they go along and take on all of the conflicts at court. So yeah, this is another rebirth trope where the female lead comes back to life and is a complete badass. If you think this sounds familiar, it is. There are small differences in terms of the setup, but it's a very familiar trope we've seen in several other dramas over the past couple of years. Let's start with what I actually thought worked for this drama. 百花杀 or Blossoms of Power does best in its fast-moving conflicts and resolutions. As a 爽剧 or a satisfying drama, and one that is a 大女主 drama, those aspects are fine when the drama moves along quickly. The first 4 or 5 episodes of the show moved at a brisk enough pace so that you didn't really have to think about what was going on. It was a breeze to get through when you just turn your brain off. What I also liked about this show is the world building. This drama boasts a lot of characters, and there are enough of them that actually have a good amount of depth. Like, there are a million princes that I sometimes forget who's who, but at least, hey, they feel distinct enough from each other. And surprisingly, most of them are actually very devoted to their love or their wives. What this means is that I actually quite enjoyed most of the side characters of the show, which is rather rare for me because I'm normally like, can we not have these stray distractions? But here, I liked them probably more so than the main couple. Here are a couple of people that deserve special shout-outs. Number 1, it has to be actor Xu Zhengxi's Prince of Xin. This man is acting. You can feel his grief, his devotion, his hope for his deceased wife. Honestly, if only he were a few years younger, because then I feel like he should have been the main male lead. For those of you who might remember, Xu Zhengxi was actually in Royal Rumors with Meng Ziyi as the main male lead. And I'm like, can you please bring me back? Because I feel like he actually earned his paycheck in this drama. I absolutely adored also the secondary or tertiary, whatever you call it, romance of Bu Jialin and Cui Jinbai. They were just super cute. I felt like they had more natural chemistry in their relatively limited screen time than, unfortunately, the main leads. And I just basically want to watch a separate cut of their story as opposed to the rest of the drama. Other characters I thoroughly enjoyed, the Duke of Wei, or Shen Xihe's father. He gave me genuine belly laughs when he was on screen. Yeah, he's played by He Rendong, but this character was just so funny in his interactions with his father-in-law and his future son-in-law. But you see, what I liked about this drama is turning your brain off to watch the plot move forward and not think too much about the plot holes and then the side characters. So let's talk about what didn't work for this drama. The Chinese phrase that kept coming back to my head while watching Bai Hua Sha or Blossoms of Power is everything just feels really 莫名其妙, or you could say baffling or kind of out of the blue. When I thought about why I kept on having that feeling, I realized it's because the drama skips the groundwork and expects you to just buy the payoff. What do I mean by that? Let's talk about Shen Xihe's motivation. Shen Xihe died and her soul is combined with Gu Qingzhi's. That's fine, but the problem is it doesn't seem like anyone actually hurt Shen Xihe in her real life other than the killing part, and Gu Qingzhi actively chose to die 3 years ago. So why is this combined version of Shen Xihe coming back guns blazing and going scorched earth on everyone in her path? I know she says repeatedly that she doesn't want to be a pawn, and later on it's revealed that Gu Qingzhi didn't want to marry the Prince of Sin, but we don't really see how she was wronged or why she was so eager to make changes and beat everyone up, basically. In 九重子 or Blossom, and even in Ashes to Crown, 乔楚, you see the motivation. People were killed and there was a lot of grievance. Here, it just seems like Shen Xihe likes being a badass for the sake of being a badass. Is it entertaining? Heck yes, but I just keep coming back to, like, why is she like this? The other piece that I felt was rather 莫名其妙 or kind of baffling is, sadly, the romance part. Am I just stone-hearted here? But I felt like the Crown Prince basically monologued his way into falling in love with Shen Xihe. Like, he willed his affections for her basically because she's the female lead. One scene, he actually says that being a love-addled Crown Prince is actually a good cover. But then shortly after, he's genuinely head over heels in love. I'm like, something is missing. It just feels like the screenwriters wanted you to just accept that all of these princes were going to fall madly in love with the female lead because she is the female lead, and that she is a badass because this is a 大女主 or female lead drama. But the groundwork just wasn't there to establish why, and that's why everything felt a little weird while you're watching this show. As for the acting of the main leads, I wish it was better. The character setup or 人设 of Shen Xihe and the Crown Prince is actually not bad, particularly the Crown Prince. If there was a little bit more depth and nuance, I feel like this drama could have been a lot better. But it seems like both He Yu and Meng Ziyi did not bring enough depth to their acting to fit these characters. For Meng Ziyi, I'm not gonna lie, in many scenes, I was kind of like, is she just phoning it in to get a paycheck and going through the motions? Or, you know what, if I give her the benefit of the doubt, she may have viewed being the stoic, emotionally walled off Gu Qingzhi inhabiting Shen Xihe's body as meaning that she shouldn't show emotion whatsoever. But I don't know if that was the right read of this character. For example, when she finds that a map of the Northwest was stolen, in this scene, you don't see her facial features show a lot of urgency. But this is devastating for her family, her brother and father included. In any scene where she's opposite Xu Zhengqi, he acts circles around her while she pretty much just stands there. You'll notice that in many of her scenes, she just looks at people with her giant eyes and talks to them or talks at them, and there really isn't much nuance in her acting. The entire time I'm watching her, I'm like, I feel like I enjoyed Blossom or Jiu Chongzi a lot more. Is that just my imagination? Was she this wooden in that drama? Watching this drama by Huasha or Blossoms of Power just made me want to go rewatch Jiu Chongzi, which is probably not what you want. As for He Yu, I feel like he's trying but just doesn't have the acting depth for this character. In many of his scenes, when he's scheming or kind of doing a recap of what happened, it just feels like he's reciting his lines. 眼神戏 or expressiveness of the eyes is really important, especially for his role because he monologues a lot. And there just isn't a whole lot of changes there. You'll notice that a lot of the emotions are being brought out not by him, but by the voice dub and by background music. It's not his eyes or his facial expressions that are bringing about a lot of emotion or nuance. What this then sadly means is that the chemistry is really lacking. That's also why I thought the romance felt really forced and random. When the two of them are together, again, it just really feels like they're going through the motions, and their eyes don't really sell that there is a lot of attraction. This I can see where Shen Zihe doesn't really have to do a whole lot because that is her character. She is more walled off and more reserved. She is not there to necessarily fall in love. So more of the work needs to come from He Yu. And in many of these scenes, again, I just feel like he's trying, but that intensity isn't there. I wish He Yu could bring a lot more of that. And finally, that brings me to the pacing issues. The drama actually is pretty fun in short bursts. I've talked about the first 4 or 5 episodes. They're breezy. If you bring on a corruption case, an assassination mystery, or a palace fight against a princess, things happen really quickly. It's like boom, 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 conflict, badass resolution, move on. Very quintessential of a shuang ju. The problem is, sometimes the drama moves so fast, you forget characters exist 5 minutes after they show up because it's just glossed over so quickly that any kind of emotional impact really doesn't land. But then, when there are romance scenes, that's when everything grinds to a halt. It's pretty much whiplash. Fast plot, then slow romance, back to fast plot, and then I'm wishing that we saw Bu Shulin and Cui Jinbai a lot more. So, bottom line, Blossoms of Power had a strong foundation with solid world building and a genuinely deep bench of characters. I feel like it could have been a better show. Unfortunately, the wooden lead acting, lack of chemistry, plot and pacing problems, at least in the first 20 episodes of the show, pushes me to actually just rewatch Blossoms, 九重子, or Royal Rumors, 花柳梨译文. Let me know what you thought of this drama in the comments. Did you make it further than 20 episodes? Do you think I should finish watching the show? My full written review is up at www.chasingdramas.com if you want to check that out as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.